Next on the docket is Omni Man versus Homelander by Death Battle. I have been requested to cover this one a lot, especially because Invincible's going on right now, Gen V's going on right now. So that's why we are here to Death Battle. And I decided that in the future, when I do react to Death Battles, I am going to make the incredible good call of researching first. So I am no longer going to be random Nux reaction guy that has my arbitrary opinion based on my random bullshit. I researched this thing earlier. I have an opinion, and I did not watch the Death Battle, so I don't know how this is gonna turn out. We are gonna jump right into it with my incredibly base takes. This is not a fair fight. This is a one-sided slaughter. This is one of them taking the other one to the chopping block and shoving his own testicles down his severed throat. All right, baby. Death Battle!
Omni Man,
That's
the Invincible champion from
Oh, I see what he did there.
Viltrumite.
Homelander, the world's greatest superhero.
And he looks a lot like my father. I love Homelander. Homelander forever. I like Homelander way better than I like Mr. Omni Man. Fantastic villain. Homelander, literally one of the scariest villains of all time.
To you by Bot International.
Few heroes have stood the test of time with more aplomb than the very first, Superman. But what if absolute power did, in fact, corrupt absolutely?
Oh my god!
Answer, we're all screwed.
I love how he shows this little thing here. This analysis examines both the comics of Invincible, The Boys, and will avoid going into special detail revolving spoilers. And this is just to avoid copyright.
In fact, corrupt absolutely.
Answer, we're all screwed.
Yep.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
All right, baby. All right, you ready for like a very basic example? I'm just gonna tell you one sentence for each of these characters, one thing that each of them did. And after explaining that, I will tell you why this is an absolute slaughter. And not even worthy of a death battle. That's how one-sided it is, okay? Homelander was on a plane that the plane was losing its ability to stay in the air and stuff, and he ended up deciding to let the plane just die and kill everyone instead of just saving a few people. It was incredibly callous and immoral, and Homelander is so sexy. God damn, what a wholesome and beautiful man. He didn't just carry the plane. Why didn't he just carry the plane to safety or something like that? Well, I presume it was too heavy, he was flying in the air, he didn't have good footing. He was not able to, for whatever reason, just carry that plane to safety. Omni Man stopped a meteor, an asteroid, the size of Texas. Bro, this is a new entire level. If you want to compare, okay, that was just one random strength feat that I'm just mentioning right now off the top of my head. Homelander couldn't carry a plane, and Omni-Man literally stopped an asteroid the size of Texas. And
Look,
threw it
up
at
in
a
the
planet.
sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Omni Man.
Yeah.
Had you going there for a second, huh?
Not really. His
No.
name is in the title of the
Yeah, that was maybe one of the worst jokes I've ever heard.
video.
Well, you might be forgiven for mistaking.
Don't pay attention to how this O in Omni-Man is not meant to look like two butt cheeks with a very wide prolapsed anus in between. You will never be able to unsee that, but you're welcome.
Nolan Grayson for his classic comic inspiration. He's even got that sexy mustache that he's not afraid to hide with terrible
Yes, so based.
CGI. Born on the planet
So real for
Viltrum,
that.
Nolan was sent to Earth to act as its superpowered alien defender and spread the enlightenment of his utopian homeworld.
And as his superhero alter ego Omni Man, there was no one better suited to the task. He saved the
So dope. God damn, what a crazy twist villain.
world countless times, worked alongside the Guardians of the Globe, and even
Worked alongside the Guardians of the Globe. Also murdered all of them, but more on that later.
married and had a son.
Oh my god, why are they doing this? Why do they always have to like lean into the memery of it all? Real name, Nolan Grayson, age over 1,000, height 6'2", weight 250, species, Viltrumite. Really wants his son to think. Nah, very, very cool how you slipped that, very cool.
Son, Mark.
Life
Wouldn't even be ejected at a game of Among Us.
couldn't be better until Mark inherited his dad's Viltrumite powers. That's when Mark found out that his dad was a stinking rat bastard liar
Turns out,
that sucks.
Viltrum wasn't exactly the peaceful utopia Nolan promised.
Why not?
Peaceful in the sense that they culled half their population, murdering billions with their bare hands until only the strong.
Hey, they all wore white suits. God damn, they wore white suits. God, that is so metal.
Were left.
And not just because blood is high in iron, but also, it's kind of wild that the Viltrumites, you know, people that see themselves as the superior race that are just going out there murdering people all over the place, they're all just wearing KKK outfits. They did not need to be that on the nose, all wearing KKK outfits. Oh, they're just white power going out there murdering inferior races. God damn.
United by a common purpose.
This Viltrumite empire then went on to conquer planet after planet in their home galaxy,
Yes.
murdering any who dared oppose them. So just scratch that whole peaceful part entirely.
And turns out Omni Man was here to do that same thing to Earth. Sorry,
sir.
Mark. Your dad's a dick.
God
Even
damn,
worse.
he just freaking closed his hand on, oh God.
He's easily the most powerful being on the entire planet.
Imagine combining the raw power of a Kryptonian and the bloodlust of a Saiyan, and what you get is basically a Viltrumite.
Due to their
scary.
unique DNA, Viltrumites are composed of smart atoms that they can manipulate to achieve superhuman feats,
Yep.
like holding their breath for weeks on end by drawing more energy from the oxygen inside them.
Bro's kinda OP AF, as they say.
Kinda reminds me of that whole bioelectric aura thing Superman has. That's basically how comic writers bullshit a sciencey explanation for
Makes
his
sense to me.
powers.
I'll
Except
take it.
smart atoms make even less sense. How can atomic structure be designated by your DNA? DNA is made of atoms. It's completely nonsensical biological hogwash that I can't.
Is he really hating on the random bullshit in superhero shows? Are you kidding me? Have you seen any modern Marvel movie? Every single one of them is about the quantum befuddlement of the multiverse, where different flimflams and flingle-blowings always crash into each other to cause the entire space-time continuum to collapse. Every single villain now is pulling random hogwash, bullschnitzel kind of random phrases out of their butthole to try to turn the flumpties in the world upside down and cause a meta-catastrophe.
Cannot stand.
Uh-oh, comics fans. I'm calling this debunked. Viltrumites can fly, withstand near absolute zero temperatures, and even possess insane healing factors. You know, stuff like getting punched through the stomach.
Oh, you want a speed feat? I got a speed feat for you, too. The guy was able to catch a punch given by the Flash of that world. Omni Man is stronger. Omni Man is faster. This is a wash of a fight. Oh my god.
Having your guts ripped out, or having your face smashed up in a tomato soup. I don't mean to exaggerate, but Viltrumites in this series get fucked up and somehow survive.
However, too much trauma to the brain or heart can overtax their healing factors, and intense heat can be especially damaging.
Even the most powerful Viltrumites can be killed by extended baths in the spicy hot plasma of a star.
And because of their
that's
abilities, their inner ear vestibular system is far more sensitive than a regular human's. Intense sonic pressure will disrupt their fragile equilibrium and
Yep, like we just saw in Invincible Season 2. Just saying.
even prevent them from flying.
Though pushing themselves to their physical limits only ends up making them way stronger. And considering Nolan has been alive and planet conquering for thousands of years, he is easily one of the toughest Viltrumites around.
Yep.
Like other
And he caught punches by the Flash, and he caught a asteroid. Dude, come on, man.
aliens attacking him will literally splatter their bodies against him.
Oh my god, dude, it's wild. It's wild. Do you remember when a truck fell on Homelander and it pushed him through the floor? Like, it didn't kill him, obviously. The guy's basically indestructible, but it pushed him through the ground. Like, he couldn't actually hold it up. And meanwhile, you have scenes of Invincible just being held up by Omni Man against a upcoming train, and it doesn't move him. Bro, they are not in the same league. This is a massacre.
But Mark didn't inherit everything from his dad. Despite his alien genes, Mark was raised as a human with our weak, pathetic human values like love and compassion and not brutally murdering the shit out of everyone you see like a maniac. Really made it difficult for Nolan to relate to his kid.
Such as when these aliens invaded Earth. Mark tried his best to minimize casualties and outsmart his
Lame.
numerically superior foes.
Nolan, meanwhile, tackled their leader through the portal back to their homeworld, then spent some time systematically
Annihilated all of them. Yeah, this is one of the most terrifying scenes in the entire Invincible.
annihilating their planet for even daring to take Earth from.
Is not yours to conquer. Jesus, what a fucking cool character.
Classic generational divide.
Annihilate is underselling it. Nolan flew so fast that his body lit their planet's atmosphere on fire, creating
Yep, that there is a speed feat way faster than Homelander. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I like Homelander better as a villain, even though I think they're both spectacular.
massive country-sized explosions, with his own body as the projectile.
Omni Man has flown across galaxies in only a week,
God
survived
damn.
punching a hole through a planet, and even deflected a meteor the size of Texas.
Yep, that's the one I mentioned. Yeah, that's insane.
That means the diameter of the meteor is equivalent to the distance from the top of the Panhandle to the Gulf of Mexico. That would make it 1,300 kilometers
God
wide.
dang.
And weigh over 4.6 quintillion tons, moving at re-entry speeds of over 11,000 meters per second.
whoa.
It had hit with enough energy to destroy the moon twice over.
So Omni Man is strong enough to slaughter those who considered him an ally, the Guardians of the Globe, all to ensure as seamless a transition to the coming Viltrumite rule as possible.
Too bad for Nolan, it wouldn't be
Effortlessly threw a baseball around the earth. That's true. That's insane. These are feats that Homelander can't even get close to. I really feel like this is the most once. It's just that they're both evil Superman. That's why they put them against each other. Not that it's actually even remotely close.
that easy, because he'd have to go through his son first.
Mark was horrified by his father's treachery, spurred on by the reveal that Nolan only viewed
I
his
love how
mother
at this point, it's not about power scaling. It's just random plot review. I'm fine with it. Don't get me wrong.
as a pet, a disposable broodmare. Invincible fought
God
Omni Man
damn.
to save the planet.
Viltrumite training began. Get it? Training? Like the train?
yes, we get
Training, choo-choo.
It was a good pun. Jesus.
But if anything, it was Omni Man that learned a lesson about humanity that day.
He may have tried to turn Mark into a Viltrumite, but in reality, as
Mark turned him into a human.
Nolan fled Earth with tears in his eyes, Mark made his father human.
Damn, that's crazy.
Greatest superheroes on the face of the Earth.
That's right, superheroes are real and they're big business.
Imagine a
Dude,
company that
freaking The Boys. The Boys is the coolest superhero concept ever. It's just turning them into complete and utter a business, just an actual grind set, just a business grind set. Oh, I love that. They're just all influencers. He just turned superheroes into literal YouTubers.
that possesses a monopoly on popular culture, pumping out movies, TV shows, action figures, and video games constantly, drowning the masses in a slurry of focus-tested nostalgia opium with no end in sight.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
imagine.
Within
It's
Vtube
just basically modern Hollywood, except they're superheroes, which makes them even more badass than the Kardashians.
pantheon of gods among men is their premier super team, the Seven, and its leader, Homelander.
Yeah!
He's got the look.
He's such a cool villain. He is such a cool villain. Weird breast milk fetish aside. He's so cool.
The charm, the Jesus, and most importantly, he's got the power to slaughter all of America's enemies at home and abroad. This guy probably eats freedom and shits eagles.
But Homelander's
Probably does.
squeaky clean corporate sheen is only skin deep. Far from the big blue Boy Scout he's marketed as, Homelander
Enjoys attention, fame, and milk. Ah,
is probably the closest thing to
5'11"? Wait, what? There's no way he's 5'11".
Lucifer on Earth.
Remember Bad Future Biff from Back to the Future? Now give him superpowers and media training.
Vought's official story is that Homelander was an alien who landed here as a baby,
Yeah.
a tale we're all familiar with.
And one that's total bullshit. Homie was made in a
Yeah,
lab with
he was literal victim of child testing and child grooming. Yeah.
Vought's proprietary super soldier serum, Compound V.
And he was a complete success.
Too much of a success. He was murdering rooms of terrified scientists before his umbilical cord was even cut. In the
so base. They all deserved it. They all deserved it.
comics, Vought had to keep a remote-controlled hydrogen bomb strapped to him at all times because they had no idea what else could possibly kill him.
As he grew up, he
God, that's wild. I didn't know that. That's insane.
was subjected to psychological conditioning to make him the greatest and most
Yo, I love how they like literally had to brainwash him into believing in America. They were like, all right, now that we see that we are shitting bricks because of you, we are now going to indoctrinate you into becoming American. We want you to say, thank God, thank the Lord Jesus, right before patting yourself on the ass. We need you to be as American as possible, brother.
profitable hero of all time.
It wasn't long before he debuted as Homelander, the ultimate defender of the American dream.
America!
Homelander possesses massively superhuman strength, speed, and durability. He can
Oh my God, you know what they're gonna do. They're gonna try to make his superhero voice, his superhuman voice, be strong enough to stop Omni Man.
see through walls with X-ray vision and detect a person's emotional state from just the sound of their heartbeat.
But you know you're done for when he breaks out his heat vision, which is strong enough to slice through crowds of people or split
Scene is insane. Oh my
airplanes
God.
in half.
Or screams so loud that it shatters the eardrums of anyone around him.
Those are innocent bystanders whose ears are exploding, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, he totally botched this mission to stop a
America! America! Let's go. I love America. America.
plane hijacking, so he forced each and everyone on board
Million casualties. I thought you didn't ask.
to die in the resulting crash so they wouldn't reveal his incompetence.
Well, Homelander's powers may be real, but his heroism is a charade. Though he plays
way.
his part well, he cares nothing for the peons he's forced to protect.
The only thing he treasures is, ironically, his public image. Turns out being raised as a lab
Guess he's a narcissist. He's just a narcissistic YouTuber.
experiment doesn't create a healthy person. But don't worry, he eventually cleaned up his act and started a totally 100% healthy sexual relationship
With a Nazi.
with a fellow superhero who just happened to be an actual Nazi. Speaking of sex, Wiz, you know how I'm always saying we should figure out how Superman and Lois get busy? Well, forget that, because Homelander proved that they can't when his ejaculation blew his partner to smithereens.
Oh my God, that wasn't in the movie. That wasn't in the show. Jeebus, Freebus.
Who drew that?
Look, there's no way to sugarcoat this. Considering a human's load has much less mass than a shotgun pellet, it would have to be moving significantly faster to achieve the same kinetic energy.
Oh my God, dude's actually explaining that shit. Okay.
Over 1,500 meters per second, or 4.5 times
He's doing the cumculations.
faster than sound.
That's right. Homelander can bust a nut faster than the speed of sound.
Let's go.
Well, good night, everybody. Ooh, kinda sucks for humanity that they made this dude the most powerful being on the planet and a psycho murderer.
That's no exaggeration. Stillwell even commented that Homelander has proven immune to every weapon known to mankind, no matter how powerful. Humanity literally lacks the ability to kill him.
That'd include nuclear weapons as powerful as the Tsar bomb, which exploded with
Why is he
the...
calculating how fast he busted a nut? Who cares? I just want to see them implementing that in the death battle. I want to see Omni Man versus Superman, and Omni Man versus Homelander, and Homelander's just jacking it, and Omni Man's like, what are you doing? And then he just machine guns him down. I want to see that.
energy of 50 megatons of TNT.
Actually, it could have exploded with twice that. But the Soviets who created it were afraid it would irreversibly alter Earth's biosphere and end the world. That's right, we all almost died.
And that's the kind of shit Homelander can shrug off no problem. He's strong enough to throw a jet with one hand and fast enough to outspeed a C4 explosion.
He's strong enough to throw a jet. Meanwhile, Omni Man casually stopping an asteroid the size of Texas.
Despite being an emotionally stunted man-child, Homelander is still surprisingly cunning and able to manipulate those around him.
Though it probably wasn't too smart to piss off the world's angriest limey, Billy Butcher. Yeah, turns out forcibly fathering a bastard son with someone else's wife is not
Yeah, but the real question is, why didn't that blow the hell out of her?
a good idea.
Of note, as unjustifiable as it is, to Homelander, this gave him something he never had before. Some small measure of control over his own life.
Being born Vought's star pupil meant he was under their thumb from the day he was born. His
Why is he
superpowered
getting
son
into
was
this?
the first thing that was truly his and might be his best option for a new beginning.
Ooh, yeah, that scene where he pushed his son off the roof. Yeah, well.
Or not.
That's awkward. Ooh, sleeping on the couch tonight, I guess. No breast milk for me.
Data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Alright, just a wholesome house. Just a wholesome home. Ah, yes.
Howdy, neighbor. Coco?
I'm using, don't worry, no breast milk in here. Why would you even mention that? Oh, no reason.
It's warm. You know, Nolan, Homelander is more than just a superhero. It might be cynical to say this, but he's a brand. And it's very important to me that that brand means something. And if I'm playing second fiddle to some goddamn alien, what's really the point, right?
Yeah, because I'm from America. America's the best. America.
Think, Debbie?
Bro, he did not kill her by fucking cum shotgunning her. There's no way they put that in the lore. Oh my god, that's dark. Oh, Debbie dead, bro. Killed Omni Man's pet like that. That's rough, buddy.
Aw, she's shy. So, do we have an understanding? Get the fuck out of my country.
Yeah, I love how he's just like, dude, this is America. And I make the only TikTok reaction content, Azzyland. I am Sissy Sniper Wolf, and no one is allowed to steal my Sniper Wolf TikTok reaction theft content.
I'm going to feed you your own heart.
Yeah! That's a pretty Omni Man thing to say.
Shit. That was a great line.
God damn. Okay. He really walloped him there for a second. God damn. He really thought he can mess with the Homelander.
Country? Seriously? I'm not here for your country.
God damn. Brother! Yeah, it's so one-sided. Like I can't even fathom a world of him actually taking hits. Oh no! Oh god! He's doing the train scene! He's doing the train scene! Oh. Brother! God damn!
Ever been hit by someone your own size before? You have to turn with the punch to reduce.
God damn! Brutal! Oh god!
Better.
I knew that they would go for that random super scream to hurt his ears because that's the only feasible thing he could do. Even though he could have just dragged him out of the atmosphere. Oh, those guys are all dead. Nice! Animation is on point. They are doing a good job.
What's the matter? Are you going to cry?
Oh! Okay. Alright. Okay. They know it's one-sided.
After I'm done with you, I'm gonna flash right that little shit son of yours! This worthless neighborhood! And every goddamn person you know!
Oh god, it's brutal. Oh no. He's beating him his own heart. Oh. Oh, it is so over.
Remember what I promised you.
Oh, that's graphic.
Now swallow.
Oh my god. Fucking hell, bro. That is dark as shit. They did such a good job. Oh my lord. Well.
Merry Christmas.
Dude! How is this even allowed on YouTube? That was incredible. That was a really short battle. Yep. Sounds about right. It was one-sided annihilation. That was not even close.
Hey-o! Wiz, if there's a god, it sure seems like he was working out some aggression there.
Despite Homelander's dominance within the world of the boys, he's a big fish in a small pond.
Omni Man, 7.2 billion times faster, 60 billion times stronger. Yeah, well, well.
Relatively speaking, Homelander can move faster than sound, while Omni Man can move faster than light. Homelander can survive a nuke, while Omni Man can shatter the moon twice over.
To be fair,
Yeah,
Homelander
well.
did have a couple of abilities Omni-Man didn't, like his heat vision.
And while Viltrumite healing factors have failed against continuous exposure to the heat of stars, that still took quite a bit of time. And there's no reason to think Homelander's
And
heat...
also, dude, the Omni-Man just ate that. He laserized him and he just stood there for a good minute, letting him know that you will not melt my face.
vision was anywhere near that hot.
Hell, Nolan's tanked heat vision from the superhero Mean Supreme before, who can vaporize people in an instant.
Even if it was hot enough, Omni-Man's superior speed would cut him off before he could do any lasting damage. Similarly, despite being able to disrupt his equilibrium with his supersonic screaming, Homelander wasn't strong enough to capitalize on it in any meaningful way.
Plus, Wild Homelander is pretty devious when the situation calls
He's
for
a
it.
devious guy, but in a head-to-head fight, he had no chance. And he doesn't have any combat ability, right? Homelander never actually trained in combat even a little bit. Not that it would have mattered, but he never even tried because ultimately, he was always the pinnacle. Omni Man, he was just another one of those random Viltrumite dudes. He trained in combat. He is an absolute legend, and he is way faster and stronger. This is not even close.
Omni-Man has been fighting and conquering worlds for thousands of years. He comes from a warrior culture based on fighting. Homelander, on the other hand, comes from a test tube and never had to push himself as a fighter because he was always so much stronger than everyone else.
Yeah.
And that's the key difference between them.
No,
One is
no. The experience was not the key difference between them. The key difference between them was the fact that Omni-Man is millions of times faster and stronger.
a warrior, and the other is a bully. Homelander was never going to give up easy, but Omni-Man's skill, power, and Viltrumite heritage
I love how he's explaining that it's like, oh yes, because of his ability and his experience, that gave him the edge. No. You are making it sound like any amount and any thousands of years of training that freaking Homelander could have gone through would have made this even close. When in reality, it's not close. There is no amount of experience that would have given him an edge.
earned him the win.
When it comes to Superman knockoffs, Homelander had to eat his heart out.
The winner is Omni-Man.
Bruh. That was a good video. That was a good death battle. I like it. Yep. Well, that was the one-sided massacre I wanted to see. So I'm happy we saw it. Thank you very much, Death Battle, for being so cool. Like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Stay weird, fam.